Never underestimate the power of belief. She believed she could, so she did. When you believe in yourself, you are training your brain to believe in the potential in the world, to see the opportunities, to walk in confidence, to show up well, to show up as someone who would achieve the goal that they are desiring. That is the energy you are bringing and possessing. You have to believe in yourself, in your mission, in your goals, in your dreams, in your vision, in whatever you want, if you want to have a chance of achieving it. You have to think big, you have to dream big, but you have to believe. Everything starts and ends with belief or with a lack thereof. People who had someone believe in them, a parent, a friend, somebody, a teacher who said, I see good in you. I see potential in you. Do you know how special you are? Do you know how capable you are? Wow, you. I believe in you. You can do this. Keep going. Keep trying. I know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. You got this. You got this. You got this. Keep going. You have the power. You have the potential. You are smart. You're capable. You have this gift. You have gifts. You can figure it out. If you have someone like that in your life, if you've had people like that in your life, or one person, you are more likely to succeed because you are going to do the work that is required to get the outcome that you desire. If someone says, hey, you didn't make the volleyball team. Okay, I know you can make it next year. I know you can make it eventually. Let's practice. So you go, okay, yeah, I can. I just need to practice more. I might need to go to some open gyms, some camps. I might work with my parents or with a coach. I might go outside and practice in the snow and practice. My parents might buy me a volleyball net. And then I'll practice and I'll go to these open gyms and I'll go play with friends and ask other people or people who are already on the team or good. And I would practice. And this is real. This is what I did. Anytime I did not have an outcome that I wanted, I simply believed I could eventually get it. And most of the time, I eventually got it. I did the same thing. I played competitive soccer, but then all my life I wanted to do competitive cheerleading. And I would do it. I was on all-star teams and high school teams, and I went to Virginia Tech. And I could have played like Division II or whatever soccer, but I really was into the competitive cheerleading. I wanted to go to Virginia Tech, which is a Division I school. And they had a club, all-girls competitive cheerleading team that went to nationals and went to all the competitions and Battle at the Capitol and all these huge, huge competitions and at the collegiate level. And if you know anything about competitive cheerleading, having tumbling is very, very important. There's stunting, tumbling, but that is very important. I didn't start till later. I was taller. And so I did have some tumbling, but not everything. And some people had standing fulls or full twists. And I didn't have it, but I made the regular team. And then I wanted to make the nationals team. And I initially made it as an alternate. And I had to figure out, how am I going to get my standing back tuck? How am I going to get some of these tumbling skills? And so freshman year of college, I would have practices, but then I would go to open gyms. I went to the gymnastics open gyms on campus. I went to open gyms off campus. I would practice. I would spend my Friday nights practicing and other nights as well, and going and getting help and practicing on the tumble track and practicing and learning from people. And even some of these amazing guy athletes were amazing in helping me. And then some of the girls who had been cheering all their life had helped me, and we'd practice and we'd practice and we'd practice. And eventually I got it. But if I didn't believe that I could, if I didn't want it, if I didn't desire it, because that's part of it too. I will have a video on that. Desiring it. Know what you want. Know what you desire. I really wanted that for whatever reason. I really wanted to have that experience and to be on that team and to go compete. And so I knew with your skill level, you're good, but you need to have the tumbling. And if you get the tumbling, you might be able to get there. And was on the alternate team, and then eventually I did get the chance to compete, and it was the coolest experience in the world. And so you might fall short. You might not get it. You might not make the team the next year. You might not. But don't you want to try? Don't you want to put in the effort? Don't you want to believe? Don't you want to believe in the good of the world? Don't I want to believe that I can help people by posting on YouTube, right? There's been at least one person who's benefited from a message of mine. And even I've benefited from the messages and from the coaching that I'm giving others, but that I'm also giving myself. And so if you don't believe, you will never achieve. And if you believe, you will get a better life and better outcomes and better experiences, whatever that is. And sometimes, most of the time, people just need that little belief. It's one of the greatest gifts that you can give someone, to say, hey, you can do this. You're going to support them. You don't just say, you can do this, and then, that's it. But genuinely believing. And I had parents who always believed in me, who pointed out the special parts of me, who pointed out the strengths and the good of me, that I was willing to work for it, that I was willing to try, that I did have a good attitude, that I didn't quit, that I was kind to people. These things were things and positive things that were seen as good and celebrated. And so then I did more of that. If you have someone who believes, you can achieve anything in time. And if you believe that's the key. Sometimes we need someone else to believe in us to be able to believe in ourselves. But if we can do that and give ourselves that gift, to say, I can change my life. I can get out of this hole. I can get unstuck. I can get fit. I can get more money. I can achieve my dream job. I can. You will show up different. You will act different. Like there was the job with 5,000 applications I saw, on LinkedIn. There's always all these applications and 5,000 people applied. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get the job? But I believed that I could. I wanted it. And so I reached out and I crafted the letter and I called them and I emailed them and this. And eventually I called them. They're like, is this Elizabeth? And I'm like, yes. Like, hey, we'd love to interview you. Right? And so you act different. You are going to persist more. You're going to do more when you believe. Right? When you believe. And that gives confidence. Just like it with your kids, if you believe in them, hey, you can do this. Do you know that you can? It gives them confidence, and then they put some extra effort in, they try more, and they do what's required, and then they do it. It's all up here and in here. What are you going to hold in your heart? What are you going to pour into yourself and into others and into the world? What are you going to believe or not believe? It matters a lot. Even your beliefs of the world. Beliefs about rich people, beliefs about what's possible, beliefs what's not possible, beliefs about how horrible the world is or how great it is. That's going to impact your whole experience of the world. It is. Believe you can. Believe you can. Have faith. And at the very least, even if you don't quite achieve it, your life is going to be way better because you chose to believe, because you chose to have faith, because you decided to show up kindly, because you decided to try, because you decided to build and take steps further and to take steps towards what you want and towards your goals and your dreams. It will get better, but it starts with you, and it starts with a choice, and it always starts with belief. Believe you can, and you will. Go do it.